Welcome to Glow Yoga and Wellness San Francisco. I'm your host Natasha, a yogi, a graduate of spiritual psychology and the creator of sustainable self-care program for graceful aging. I want to talk about time because I see there are a lot of time management advice out there, and while they're all valid and helpful when implemented, they don't address the bigger picture and why we want to get more organized. The why behind us needing better time management is either we don't have time for our health and fitness, or we feel overwhelmed with piling up unfinished projects, or we have lost touch with our heart. All of those cause physical and mental breakdowns. The lack of time management skills directly affects our well-being. When we are in chronic state of catching up, our work and family need us 24/7. We think this load might be just temporary and we persist to crank them up. Then years fly by, but our busyness seems to never change, and our well-being, our fit body, our hobbies, and our inner spark become a distant memory. If we don't learn how to harness and manage our time today, we can blink and 10 years will pass without us getting any closer to the way we wanted to feel. While we can always make more money, buy more things, and meet more people, we can never replace our time. Time is the most precious and finite asset we all have and share. One day, we all may look in the mirror and ask, where did the time go? And do I even know this person? She used to love painting, writing, skiing, and organizing adventures. Let me actually tell you where our years go according to science. An average person with 80-year lifespan spends 11 years watching TV or scrolling screens for entertainment, which is about 3 hours a day, 7 days a week. Compare this with years spent on work, 13 years of life with 50-year long career and 44-hour work week. So here, 13 years we work and 11 years we watch TV and scroll our screens. It's just 2-year difference. Let's not blame our work for not having time on things that matter and reclaim those 11 years, repurpose them for our own dreams, passions, and visions. Instead of watching people living their lives on the screens, we can use 3 daily hours on becoming stronger, continue our education, or start a new career, play with our kids, create fun romantic dates, hike every trail in our region, write a book, build a sculpture, learn to play piano, or become an expert of literally anything. In this episode, I'll share a secret to getting things done and the 5 steps to become a time and concentration master. We'll learn a smarter, more mindful use of our finite and precious time, the importance of a routine, ways to life hack a schedule to prevent a burnout, loss of zest, and propel us towards the vision we have for our life. I offer you a lens to look at our time management from a holistic perspective. I want to offer us a sustainable system that takes in consideration our mental health, our unconscious coping patterns that might keep us stuck in a loop. While time is precious and we want to make the most of it, we have to begin with ourselves. We have to build up our person, a person we can rely on to manage not only the time, but also energy and health needed to make the most of the time we have.
And if you are blessed to have extra time, you are retired or in between jobs, absolutely go outside, create purposeful activities, contribute to the society by volunteering. Make sure you have your whole week scheduled with meaningful activities, so you're not feeling that your time is being wasted as well. Play with your inner child, sign up for classes, learn something. Make sure you get outside and find some purposeful things to do. Participating in the community and having active and exciting social life is so important. Walk to your grocery store, take an extra long route to explore the neighborhood. Spend as much time outside as you can.
If we only focus on tasks, lists, and goals needed to be accomplished, we run ourselves into burnout, cancer, anxiety, and depression. Unfortunately, we all know way too many examples of that. Okay, let's begin the dive into my Glow Getter's time mastery as a sustainable self-care. First, we have to find the hidden habits that might cause us leaking time and patch up those holes. Let's take a few minutes to address where we might be wasting priceless time besides the 3 hours obvious of watching TV and scrolling social media. The first leak is self-medicating. We'll never achieve our dreams after a glass of wine, can of beer, a joint, a splash of something, or online shopping and all other things we're addicted to. We need to honestly look at our self-medicating habits, as this often is the root to all our perceived time management problems. No time management skills can help us when we struggle with addictions. When we create a habit of reaching for the medicine of our choice every day, we are putting our dreams and precious years down the drain. Please get professional help to get out of that vicious cycle. Give yourself a chance to heal and be present for all gifts this life has to offer. An addiction specialist can shine a light on the hidden reasons why we decided to check out and numb ourselves in the first place. Let's get help. Our life is now and it has so much to offer. Let's be here for it. I believe that divine nature doesn't have coincidences, and if you're listening to this now and it applies to you, you are ready to take that step and heal yourself. I support you. The second hidden cause of our chronic lack of time could be us not being neat, not putting our clothes, tools, and dishes away as soon as we finish using them. Keep listening to learn about my life-changing practice called Touch Only Once to avoid wasting time on cleaning and procrastinating. The third reason leak behind us not having enough of time in a day is notifications, buzzes, and badges on our phones. Any notifications or having our phone sound on will guarantee to waste hours a day by pulling us into the screen hole. Remove all notifications, even the badges. Put your phone on vibrate and let yourself choose when to check on the world, not the opposite. I personally have 0 badges on my phone, 0 notifications, and I get to things when I have time for them. The fourth leak of time is getting ready. Simplify your hairstyle and minimize your closet. That can reroute hours back into your week. The fifth leak is running single outside errands without thoughtful organization. Are your doctors all in different locations? Your nail or hair salons, your stores scattered around town? Stack all of your providers closer to each other by time and distance to your home or office. Have your weekly must-have groceries delivered. Find a medical center that has all the doctors in the same building with a pharmacy and a lab. Waiting in traffic, call, catch up on a friend. Commuting, listen to your favorite book. Stack and conquer your outside errands like a ninja. The sixth leak of time is not having a weekly routine and regular predictable schedule. Not having a steady daily routine leaks time on daily planning, worrying, sleepless nights, and what worse, it causes scattered mind, wasting our finite time. Fill your every weekday with repeat and purposeful activities so you can precisely say when you're available for dinner with a friend and what time you go on a walk, to yoga, what time you go to bed, when you have time to be spontaneous or to read a book. I will go in details about how to build the best routine that works for you. Remember that our brain and body thrive on routines. I've mentioned here 6 potential time leaks, but I encourage you to spend time in the next few days and discover a couple more of your own. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you and what you found. You can leave a review here in the podcast, or you can contact me via chat at glowyogasf.com. Okay, now that we are aware of the time leaks, we can start rebuilding our time sand clock. Let's visualize our day as a full and beautiful glass sand clock, which is 24 hours. 8 hours is sleep, 9 hours is work, being realistic here. That is 17. Now we got 7 hours left in a day.
1 hour of those 7 hours should be a final hour of the day for winding down.
Quiet hour to slow down and shift into a parasympathetic state, repair and digest, so our body can replenish our energy and rebuild itself while we sleep. This final hour is best spent on reading a heartfelt book or exchanging a massage with your partner, whatever you want to do, which does both. Gives us a quality sleep and replenishes our soul. That leaves us with 6 unpaid hours on weekdays if we have a full-time 9-hour work days. 6 hours left on weekdays. And whether you have a full-time or part-time job, you're a student or retired, the big question is, how can we spend our precious hours, make our life the most purposeful? How can we make the best use of those 5, 6, 7 hours while not losing sight of our health, our relationship, our family, and our greater life's vision? I'll start with answering this question by revealing the biggest secret. The secret to making the most of those limited hours is knowing how to harness and manage our energy and our ability to concentrate it in order to get things done, to see them through. While we all have 24 hours, 7 days a week, and long, demanding work days, some people seem to have more energy than others. If we don't have the energy left by the end of the day, we cannot even enjoy our free time or be a good company. It's so obvious. And when we have too much energy and unstructured time, we can develop ADD and waste all that priceless superhuman power, the energy that we have. I will first address what energy is and how to manage it, and then we'll talk about the practices to implement to build the concentration skills. Let's first agree. When we don't have energy, nothing gets done by mellow jello. Have you ever had a sleepless night or felt sluggish and were able to sustain your focus? No way, Jose. If I sleep less than 7 hours, I feel like a shell of myself. Everything takes longer, no sense of humor, lights are on but nobody's home. When I haven't rested properly, I can literally start 5 projects and finish none. Learning time management skills Glow-Getter's way, sustainable way, begins by first learning how to create and replenish clean and sustainable energy. Without well-functioning internal energy factory, no time management skills can help us get things done. Once we learn what energy is and how we can make more of it, we can operate on much higher level of effectiveness, and our limited time will seem to multiply. An energetic person can get same task done in 30 minutes when a person with low energy or low concentration skills will take 3 hours and might not even get it finished. What is energy? Energy is an actual physical quantity. It's a measurable capacity. We can generate it, we can use it, and we can definitely waste it. Our body operates on energy. We are robots, sophisticated robots. Electrical microcurrents that make every cell to do its thing. Multiply, flex, recycle, signal, and even think. Our thoughts are generated by the energy moving through the physical protein synapses trees of our brain. How does our body create energy? It's easy to think, oh, I know, it's by eating food. We eat, therefore we live. Not so simple. In short, the energy we need to think and to do the business of being alive is made by the tiny little power factories within our cells that called mitochondria. Our nuclear power plants, we have millions of mitochondria. And guess what? 95% of those power plants are located in our muscle cells. 95% of nuclear power plants are located in muscle cells. 95%. When we use our muscles, those power plants produce the energy called ATP from the blood sugars from the food we eat. Wait for the best news ever. Stretching is using our muscles. Stretching produces ATP. Stretching makes energy. You literally never have to lift a heavy weight or go on a run if you don't wanna. Dynamic stretches turn on the power plants just fine. The key here to create more energy is to use a larger variety of muscle cells, as each cell has the energy generated potential, right? Factory. The more cells we'll invite to the party, the more energy we'll generate for our brain and all bodily functions. Think. Greater movement variety, more power plant cells we use. If we use only 50% of our muscles, we only operate on 50% of our energy potential. And if we do not create new muscle cells on a daily basis, we'll have less and less power plants as we get older, as our cells die. It's not about tearing your muscles by heavy weights when you exercise. It's about challenging your muscles to make more of cells. The science tells us that no matter how old we are, we can maintain our muscle density with just 20-minute daily exercise. But we also need to have high quality sleep for those cells to replenish. I recommend you to please listen to my episode called Mindset for Sustainable Self-Care to learn how to establish your best daily movement routine. Remember that over 50 billion of cells die in our body every day, those muscle cells. And we can do a whole lot to keep up with the replenishment by exercising and having a reliable sleeping routine. Okay, to summarize what we've learned about time management, the key, the secret is to be able to use our limited time and be able to feel engaged in those hours, to live our life meaningfully, to serve our family, our purpose, our job, to get things done. We have to have energy. To generate energy, we have to use our muscles every day in any way we love and or able to do it sustainably and lifelong, daily. Doing breath work generates a lot of energy. A proper breathing exercise engages millions of muscle cells around our trunk. You don't even have to use your legs to do it. Try my double espresso breathwork episode and listen to the episode on breathwork science to understand more about it. Consistently scheduled morning exercise is proven to stabilize our hormonal balance, circadian rhythm, and create quality sleep. With daily exercise and reliable sleep routine, our energy is generated, spent, and replenished in a harmonious, well-functioning, sustainable cycle. Every single day, I personally experience a huge boost of energy after my morning routine. And I'm so passionate about advocating for harnessing the morning energy in a clean and sustainable way, using breathwork, movement, stretches. I hope by now you know that coffee artificially elevates the heart rate and blood pressure, which pumps the blood faster, yes, but it also lowers quality of our sleep, which leads to less energy. It's a vicious cycle. If you're now listening and feeling discouraged, you believe that 20-minute daily energy harnessing movement is something you can't find time for, please let me shake you with all of my love. Wake up earlier. Before the world, before the kids, before your work emails. The habits you have now is not who you are. It's what you have built in the past. It's who you were. It's a common misbelief. I hear people say, I'm not a morning person, I'm a zombie in the morning. Trust me too, before my morning routine. Our beliefs are simply thoughts we have over and over again. Our thoughts form our beliefs. Our beliefs fuel our emotions. Emotions drive our actions. Actions become our habits. Habits become our character. Character is our destiny, right? Becomes our destiny. Let's get new thoughts. Let's form new beliefs and create better habits. No matter what time your morning begins, 5 a.m., 7 a.m., or 8, we have to generate clean energy from within, using our muscles, using our mitochondria to do the business of living and serving our greatest vision. Keep listening and we'll go through the 5 steps to form those better habits. To help us harness morning energy, I host 20-minute live exercises, which you're welcome to join from anywhere. It's via Zoom every weekday. We always begin with a 5-minute energizing breath work. This is your invitation to join and begin your day by generating clean and sustainable energy you need to accomplish more and stress less. The second key to time management is developing concentration, meaning directing, focusing our energy and using it for a particular task at hand. Think of a focus as a zoom. You're zooming into something. And concentration is an actual energy directed, needed to sustain that focus, that zoom for a period of time to finish the task. Without the skill of concentration, your focus will fly like a butterfly from one flower to another, from email to your phone, to the news, to the refrigerator, to the ordering groceries, getting the new things on Amazon. Sounds familiar, right? I think of the second key to time management, the foundation, like a progression. Now that we have the energy, right, we harness it, we can use it effectively to get things done instead of wasting it by building our skill, mastery of concentration. I believe that we are also very good at wasting our energy. Concentration helps us direct our energy to fully complete a task, never taking our finite amount of time for granted. Concentration allows us to treat the time like a rare gem with the greatest love and care. Every single minute is precious. This present moment is all we have. This is one life we're given as far as we know it. How can we use it to the fullest potential of our incredible brain, our stunning human body, and the freedom that we're blessed with to create the life for the greatest good of all? In our current lifestyle, when our devices are demanding our attention 24/7, most of us can actually be diagnosed with various levels of ADD. I have prepared 5 concentration development skills I want to share with you. Think of concentration as a practice, a skill to develop, and we can get better at it the more we practice these 5 mastery and concentration tools. First one, making lists for clarity of thoughts. In my psychology school, we were trained to support our mental health by finishing up all incomplete projects as they are draining our energy. The more unfinished tasks floating in our minds, the more energy will be leaking and more anxiety we will experience. Think of having 30 tabs and apps open on your phone. Our brain is a mushy mush, wasting time listing all those things we need to do, worrying on completing them all, but nothing really gets done. And the longer those tasks are unfinished, floating in our heads, the more anxiety we will build by thinking on finishing them. So, open right now a large spiral-bound notepad. Go get it. I'm sure you have one at home. Any pad that can stay open while laying on a table. And write down line by line every task you need to do. Any thought beginning with I should take my blazer to a dry cleaner, follow up on a client's email, fix a shelf in the closet, plan a trip, meet a partner, buy new pots for my plants, vacuum the house, book a date with my spouse, have a baby, etc. All your needs, wants, and shoulds go on one master task list. And don't make it fancy, no. You don't need to categorize your list and make matryoshkas of lists, build dashboards, or put numbers on each task. When I hear those time management tips, it makes my toes sweat. Making a list should not be a writing PhD paper. Let's just use it as a I should, I need not to forget to, I want to, dump in place. So we don't let all those things float in our heads and fog our consciousness. I trust you know what is important for now and what's important for next week. A new task or want comes up, add it to the list right away. Dump it out. Keep your lists either on a countertop in your kitchen or hang it as a whiteboard in your office or wherever you can see it every single day and you can cross things off. Wherever you will be able to see daily without relying on your phone. The less we look at our phones, the less distractions we'll have to complete the tasks. To build our concentration skills, we first have to develop this master list making skill so we can pick one task per day to complete, which is now described in the second step. Step 2 of building concentration and time mastery is clarity of action. The practice is called touch things only once and only one thing at a time until the task is fully complete. Touch only once, one at a time. Meaning, you grab the vacuum cleaner, you vacuum, then you clean the vacuum cleaner, then you hang it on the wall. So you put it back on the charge once complete, clean, and done. Or you open an email or an invitation, you respond right away, you unsubscribe of it. If it's an unknown company, then delete it or file it away instead of getting back to it. Use the tool, you put it right back where it belongs. You cooked, you wash the dishes as you cook and you put it all away before you sit down to eat. You clean the dishes after dinner. Done and done. You took your clothes off, you hang it back inside the closet, or if it's underwear, you put it in the laundry. You can take it back from the closet where it belongs tomorrow morning if you decide to wear it again tomorrow. Done and done. Clothes in your hand, touch it once, put it in the closet. One task done fully to completion saves time. We do not leave anything to get back to. We concentrate our precious time to complete each task fully now and today. This touch only once practice can be applied to anything. One task, one touch to a full completion. The first step we learn to keep the list of tasks on our countertop in front of our eyes. So every morning we pick one task to complete a day. Get it fully finished. Touch it and see it through. Done, all wrapped up, put in a bonnet and forget it. Not a list of tasks for today, but one task off your list for today. Next day, all of your concentration goes to the next one task. In my daily 20-minute morning classes, we take time to think of one task to finish that one day. It is the key to build the concentration muscle. Feeling successful and learning to manage our time like a pro. You gotta feel successful. One task is enough. Pick any small task. As long as you get it done, you're eliminating those unfinished projects and freeing up your brain, your headspace, for actually living your life, not worrying about it. You have done one task, cross it off your list, and you might pick one more if you're feeling spicy today, but only one at a time. You got it? Once you crossed one, you get a permission to pick another one. If you can cross 2 in one day, you crazy overachiever. Slow down. If you're having extra trouble to concentrate, do mono-minute-based tasks. Say to yourself, the next 2 minutes, I will hang my clothes away in the closet. For next 1 minute, I will be making my bed. Here I am making my bed, 1 minute. For next 10 minutes, I will be planning my team's meeting agenda. So 10 minutes, here we go, I am planning my team's meeting. Next 5 minutes, I will clean up my email. Next 20 minutes, I will eat lunch and clean up. One solo task at a time with a particular minute. Usually helps. Step 3 is my very favorite. Step 3, time concentration mastery, is calendaring our routines. This is the essential practice for mental health and headspace. And getting things truly working smoothly like a well-oiled time machine. Calendaring is like masterminding strategy for the rest of our life. It's been clear, truthful, and committed. We are now ready. Mark the time on our calendar for repetitive tasks every week. Repetitive weekly task. It's getting real. We are all good at using the calendar for our meetings and flights, right? By now, I hope you learn to never miss a meeting or a trip. That would be just horrible, don't you think? As we did learn that skill of using calendar for things that definitely don't want to be forgotten about, we can apply it to all things that matter. Let's open your digital calendar right now and look at what's truly available. And with your wicked smart brain, let's fill it in. Lay it all out, make a long-term plan. I can help you do this. I'll leave a link below to book my time if you need strategic partner to brainstorm and get things into your weekly routines. I love doing that. First, of course, we'll add our work hours or school hours, whatever else you have that is repetitive, every day, every week, and color it green, making money. Let's say it's your work or your school. You have bills to manage. Block 1 hour time on Mondays to tackle your expenses. Every Monday, it's repetitive tasks, calendaring. You have kids or parents to care for. Add those slots to your weekly calendar so you can see everything clearly. You have regular trips to plan. Block a regular time slot for that. You want to invest in continued education. Commit time, say on Tuesdays for that. Which day looks the best to do your cooking and laundry, which absolutely can be done simultaneously. Put 2 hours for that. Repeat every week, same slot. And let's make sure we'll schedule a recurrent grocery delivery right before that task. I personally love Farmstead grocery delivery. They have the most eco-conscious packaging, which they actually pick up and reuse, and I tried them all. You can schedule a precise 2-hour delivery window with seamless ordering for organic groceries. They have everything, toilet paper, everything you need. With grocery delivery, you'll always have fresh veggies at home, and you will have extra time to take a fitness class instead of going to the grocery. I'll leave a link in the description with my Farmstead discount code. And of course, time calendaring weekly routines. The most important daily block that we want to commit to, the foundation of our success, is our health, our energy, our mental clarity. The 2 hours a day of movement and self-care. Remember that we have decided to repurpose those 11 years of watching TV and scrolling for us living our life. So no more watching other people living their lives. We can color code those activities as yellow-orange. I like that, orange color, as glowing from within, as if creating life force energy. Visualize that glowing fire, our inner spark, our vitality, our mind and spirit. Take those 2 hours and break it down, 30 minutes in the morning and hour and a half sometime in the afternoon. So let's say every morning, 7:30 to 8 a.m., those are my examples. Take your own 30-minute morning slot. You're moving, you're stretching, you're doing breath work. You're harnessing the morning energy whenever your morning starts. Make sure it's before your work, before your kids, before the world. From, let's say, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., hour and a half, or pick a lunchtime, you are away, you are outside for a lone walk or yoga class or workout of your choice. You take your family with anywhere you can. Make sure that we have 2 hours a day of orange or that yellow-orange activity every day, 2 hours total. This is how we create the foundation for any success. We take care of ourselves first. Pick one night every week to invite your child or friend or date on a walk or fitness class before you share your dinner. Make one evening workout a social activity, or maybe 2. Never ever compromise your movement, your orange time for sitting down time. Invite people to move so all of you can benefit long term. Then let's continue calendaring. Which Sunday every month can we have you schedule a massage or facial or mani-pedi, let's say every first Sunday or every second Sunday? Book that orange spa day in. Remember, without the orange, we will burn out. We will find ourselves in a health crisis and nothing else will matter. Remember what success is and take and repurpose those 2 hours of your day to getting your self-care in. When we don't make time for wellness, we will be forced to take time for sickness. If you want to serve your family, if you want to be the best or whatever you want to do, you got to be in a great health. In this third step, we break down our week so it becomes unconscious and we always have the same routine. I want you to know exactly what you do on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and so on. I want you to know by heart your weekly schedule so you spend zero mental energy or stress planning every week, every day. The more regular activities we have, the more we'll get accomplished and less anxiety we will build. We build our concentration muscle by concentrating our tasks week by week, time slots by time slots. If you're thinking, oh yeah, but I like to be spontaneous all the time, having regular schedule is not for me. I want you to take a deeper look at this spontaneous part of your character. And if that misbelief has been an excuse for you to avoid taking responsibility and committing to your own life's vision, taking action to fulfill your own dreams. When we float like a dropped leaf on the wind and are pulled by other people's timing, we can blink and 10 years will pass. Our body is out of shape, our partners and kids are strangers, and we totally forgot who we are and where we were headed in the first place. What do you want? Where do you want to invite your friends to? What do you want to see? Yes, let's be spontaneous, but in moderation. Pick 2 4-hour slots a week to have spontaneous plans. Say yes to invitations. Say you are spontaneous on Saturdays and Sundays afternoons. I have a solid 50-hour, 6-day work week. I work till 8 p.m. a few times a week. Even though I have only 1 day off on Sundays, I feel very well rested. It's because I've built a balanced weekly routine. I broke down every day by monotasks. Yes, I don't have children, but Glow Yoga is my baby. I think of it all the time. I'm there. On Mondays, in my free time, I write my book and this podcast. Tuesdays are for continued education. Wednesdays are for socials. Thursdays, I neat things up around my house in the studio. On Fridays, I paint, free few hours. On Saturdays, I listen to books and have a night free for dates and spontaneous entertainment. Sunday is my only day off. I Skype with my family, I go on a hike somewhere quiet, and my boyfriend and I like hosting Sunday dinners for friends. I kid you not, this is my weekly routine. I don't need to waste any time planning because I know exactly where I am and what I'm doing and what slots is for work, what slots for my passions, what time for the social activities, which is ideally twice a week. Because I don't watch TV, I spend 2 hours outside every day. I have time to cook and learn, go on dates, write a podcast, and I'm working on my first book. I hope to publish this year. Step number 4 step of mastery of time and concentration is developing unconscious habits. Habits, those that eventually don't require any thinking, any negotiating, non-negotiable routines you can do half awake, like brushing your teeth or getting to work. By implementing all the previous steps 1 to 3, we are on our way to build those new invaluable unconscious habits. For instance, the routines I've built into my life. I make my bed and put all clothes away before I ever leave my bedroom for a day. I wash my face, brush my teeth, drink 2 glasses of water, read Mark Nepo, read a book for my spiritual life. Then I do my 20-minute workout and breath work before I check my email and start my workday. After the morning routine is 8 a.m. I'm wide awake, super clear about my day. We always finish our Zoom, the 20-minute routine, with choosing one task to complete. Finish that day. No matter how small the task is, it's watering my plants or planning an event. Remember, unfinished projects drain our energy like nothing else. Sometime before noon, unconsciously, I put my shoes on and go outside. Always choose to walk to places, and I give myself extra 15 minutes to get places, so I don't need to rush or feel anxious. The extra 15 minutes to get yourself to go places is life-changing, I promise you. Give yourself extra 15 minutes. You can run into a friend, you can stop by, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy the getting there. Walking instead of taking transport gives me time to think or listen to something educational. Yes, teaching movement classes is part of my job, but trust me, is not enough. There are many people who teach movement daily but do not move enough for optimal body-brain hormonal balance. Let me spill some truth beans here. 1 hour of movement is not enough if the rest of our waking hours we sit for work. Think 2 to 3 hours of movement a day, which could be walking, making meals, running errands, watching kids, moving in any way. 2 to 3 hours movement can burn what we eat for fuel and prevent our body from gaining weight. 2-3 hours a day, not 2-3 hours a week of exercises. Those 2-3 hours a day we all have. We now are repurposing from watching TV and scrolling the screens, right? We have 5-6 hours a day, all of us, that are unpaid, right? After work, if we work 9 hours. After work, it is time to get outside, to move. It's not time to grab a remote. So that is unconscious habits, most of us, right? We're gonna grab the remote, see what's going on the news. Grabbing the remote is an unconscious habit we have developed. And starting today, we will develop a new habit. We choose to put our sports shoes on after work or lunch break instead of grabbing the remote. We're gonna go out for a walk, take a yoga class. We develop a new, better unconscious habit. Just get out. Get out. You have a free moment, you get out. I just ordered a book by Dick Van Dyke called Keep Moving. I haven't read it yet, but he wrote it on his 90th birthday about his take on keeping health, vitality, and unending creativity. I think the name of the book, Keep Moving, says it all. Make moving your unconscious habit. Spend 2 hours outside every day. Take your calls, learn something new from your walks. Take your kids with. Choose places to go by foot instead of a car to get those 2 outdoor hours in. And you will never have to worry about losing your zest for life, weight gain, low energy, or depression. The final step of mastering time, developing concentration, is an actual mental exercise practice. Developing the brain skill to stay on task, to clear the head. is like a fitness workout for our brain, building its ability to focus and clear mental clutter. It is breath work exercise followed by meditation. I do it every single morning. If we do it daily, 5 minutes, 10 minutes is enough. Just like we brush our teeth, what does it take? 2 minutes. We work out our muscles. We can keep our brains fit and focused like clear sky, spacious, open. Breath work and meditation, the actual exercise to build concentration and ability to stay with one task. You can start with my heartbeat breath work episode as a concentration exercise, daily concentration exercise, if you tend to be more anxious. And the episode called Double Espresso Breath Work if you tend to have low energy. Both are excellent 5-minute exercises. After those 5-minute breath works, it is really delicious to sit for a few minutes and observe our heartbeat and the way our body moves when it breathes. I consider breathwork exercise as an appetizer for meditation. It has to be at least 5 minutes. Then meditation after that becomes so extra yummy. You will actually want to sit and be in that wide open space after the breathwork. It really is quite a treat. And just a few minutes, however long you like, to sit in meditation. Okay, so that is my take on sustainable time management system, glow-getter style, to get things done while not compromising our heart, our soul, our health, our well-being. I recommend listening to this episode one more time and begin by searching and eliminating any time leaks you'll discover. Then seek professional help to heal any addictions. Implement a morning energy harnessing routine that works for you. Either it's movement, stretching, breath work, or all of the above. Once we get the energy power plant rolling, we can build those 5 master skills of concentration in order for us to use the time mindfully and with great care, respecting it as a precious and finite resource that it is. We learn to keep up a master tasks list for clarity of thought. We choose one task to cross a day for clarity of action. And we'll build recurring routines calendar to heal our scattered mind and form new unconscious habits that better serve our dreams and our well-being. This is a life-changing practice, and if it sounds like fun, but you would need more support and guidance, please join my 20-minute daily life self-care coaching. I host at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, Monday, Friday. I left the link in the description. It's my invitation. It always stands. Our morning practice is designed to harness the energy and create mental clarity for keeping up with our life's demands. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so proud of you for staying curious and learning the new ways of taking loving care of what we have and what we have been given as a gift. Remember that healing is application of love and care of all the places that hurt, and that consistency is key. If you enjoy this podcast, please pay some love forward by leaving your 5-star review. Tell me what you enjoyed and what additional time leaks have you discovered. It will help others find this podcast and hopefully start feeling better. I'm sending you love, clarity, peace, and health from San Francisco. Until next time.